So Reddit moderators, or as they are alternatively called, volunteer internet janitors, for years now they have been getting some negative PR where they are commonly described as repulsive, cringe, power-hungry individuals, spending most of their time inside sat at their PC moderating pixels on a screen for a subreddit with 5 active members, all with an anal clasp so weak they have created their own brown marinade that has subsequently stained the office chair they use, and once again doing all of this whilst not being paid at all. But that is basically what goes through the average person's head when you say you moderate a Reddit page full time, and said reputation is only rivaled by their closely related sister species, Discord mods, and that is a whole different ballpark. But anyway, getting to the topic of today's video, despite the stigma that surrounds Reddit mods, most of them are probably normal people that just found such an interest in some niche topic that they wanted to dedicate some of their time to moderate for said page where others that love the same niche topic can congregate, and they probably work somewhere in the IT sector and possibly maybe a fairy. But even if the reputation of Reddit mods had improved even by a crumb over the years, all of it was in vain. Because recently they have once again experienced a generational setback in their reputation due to a situation surrounding a specific moderator called Stale2000, or as he's known on Reddit, Tarrot Card, who was a moderator for the subreddit livestreamfail, and for some reason after losing said status, decided to basically conduct what can only be labelled something similar to a humiliation ritual by making a public video message to the CEO of Reddit because he lost his moderation role for the page. But this isn't the first time we spoke about Stale2000 or livestream fails. In fact, I spoke about both in a video called The Downfall of Livestream Fails a few months ago, and even Mr. Stale commented on the video himself. So let me just say, I found this fool's gold vein of content first, just saying. But in said video we discussed the Reddit page he was a moderator for, which was and still is somewhat the hub for streamers. Admittedly it has led to a lot of content creators being more noticed, and one can go as far as to say it made a lot of their careers, as it was the #1 place people would go to for streaming content. But it saw a lot of issues over the years since it was called Livestream Fails and its original purpose was showing people failing whilst live, like the classic Clara installed cheats on my PC and I only just noticed I could see the bone density of people through walls after people pointed out in my chat.
Wait, what the fuck? Clara! Hold on, Clara, give me 1 second. Clara, let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. Why the fuck is this on my computer right now?
Or Forsen that has streamed for about a decade with the same questionable camera angle, being stream sniped by the entire cast of Who Killed Captain Alex.
Oh, you fucking bitch ass motherfucker.
You fucked my wife, you asshole! You fucked my wife! You fucked my wife! I killed him!
But the Reddit page over the years slowly descended into a place not where just funny clips were shown, but where people came to see the latest streamer drama, and a place where people would wish the worst for certain streamers, and even the streamers themselves understood the weight livestream fails held, with allegations that certain streamers with influence would get in contact or already had personal contact with the moderators of the page to censor posts about themselves so that potentially they could avoid any criticism or negative posts about them on the page, with it being suspected some posts regarding certain streamers were moderated more than others.
I know this is disrespectful, but Nick and the whole squad, I get honest with you. You guys are being given a treatment that other streamers are not being given. It's not applied across the board. Everybody gets shit on it, and y'all get off easy because you guys control the mods. Hey.
And when the mod team got accused of having a bias towards certain streamers and just all around having terrible moderation, the head mod himself Stale went on a PR run to clear this apparent fallacy by going on multiple streams, and when called out for specific events he either didn't know why something happened or agreed with them and just made things worse.
Emily spreadsheet to revenge porn, Alex removes another extra Emily thread.
I don't remember this one. You did compare it. What happened? Yeah, what happened with that?
I think it's
yeah, I don't think I removed that, but yeah, it does seem like a fair comparison. Yeah, maybe it's the Emily. Maybe it's like the I don't know. Yeah, you could. I don't know why that one was removed. I mean, that seems like a good tweet to me. I don't know why that one would be removed. So I mean, I didn't remove that one, but well, unless it was not true. Okay, I think that one should have stayed up. I don't know why we removed that. That one should have stayed up.
Of threads that involve OTK that have high comments are deleted.
That might be the case. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely keep more of a lookout for that. I did remove this one. I think it was because they added the word multimillionaire at the beginning. You know, this is like an edge case. I don't like it when people like really inject like extra information into the thing.
And there was also the accusation that Stale himself was treating the Reddit page like his own personal playground, ignoring the rules of the page and posting things that shouldn't even be on livestream fails, simply because he liked those posts, and even when the other mods called him out for this and unanimously voted for him to be removed as head mod, which was the same system that put him in power all those years ago, and he just decided to remove all the mods that voted against him.
Says that this employee said this about Twitch or whatever, those always stay up.
Yeah, so if we're talking about a company, you know, I mean, I love company drama. So maybe that's my bias here is like anything that's about Twitch, anything that's about a gaming company, I would want to keep on the subreddit because I think that's cooler than influencer drama. But yeah, so people got really mad about that and they tried to vote me off, but that's not how Reddit works. You can't vote people off the island. If somebody's the top mod, you basically cannot get rid of them unless they do something like really stupid.
Now, a lot of these claims were covered in my previous video, but I will admit a lot of them were just accusations at the time, either supported by the words from Stale on his own PR run, or from the track record of the Reddit page. But I have now been provided evidence from past mods of the page that both livestream fails and Stale were a whole lot worse than what we initially thought. Like, this is going to make you feel disgusted with yourself even if you simply considered making a Reddit account. And it even extends to the question of legality, as the mod I talked to believes there could have been something illegal happening behind the scenes. But first, before I get into the meat and potatoes, I need to quickly talk about what happened recently and how both livestream fails and Stale were pushed to the forefront of the internet, and Stale began his very own lolcow arc going forward.
It takes 3 seconds of looking on their website to smell the poop. It is unbelievably foul.
So around January 10th, 2026, many streamers and the content organisation Mythic Talent were approached regarding a supposed streamer reality TV show called $1 Million Fan, where essentially fans of streamers would take part in order to potentially win the $20 million prize pool, and had something to do with fans submitting clips and competing with each other or something. The goal of the show was very confusing. I don't even think the people advertising it knew what it was about, but a lot of streamers were said to be a part of it and advertised it, including the Botez sisters, Canute,
Action!
and also Esfand and Extra Emily, to name a few. It was said to be backed by a bunch of companies, including Amazon, and a lot of people were interested in the show. And from what I saw, there was either an entry fee or an incentive to donate on the website. In fact, when word of the show got out, Stale himself wanted livestream fails to also be a part of it, and for there potentially to be some sort of relationship, so he reached out to them.
So when I heard about this, I was very excited. I immediately reached out to the organizers to see if we could set up some sort of a collaboration. This collaboration would just be to get cool content on the subreddit.
And then he advertised the show on the livestream fails page, which one, I think was against their own rules, and two, it pushed this website to even more people. He even went as far as to apparently go to his favourite streamer's chat, of which is Destiny, and proclaimed that people will finally take him seriously now that he's going to be in a $20 million Prime reality show, and he even advertised it there as well. Now, some people, especially on livestream fails, noticed a lot of problems with the website, like the spaghetti of words that didn't really describe what the show was about, and things like how some of the images on the website looked AI generated, and people started to think that this was a scam, especially under the comments of the post on the Reddit page. But a lot of said comments would get removed personally by Stale, because he probably didn't want there to be any negative PR regarding the show, and you know, they were now somewhat partners.
During this time period, I saw and deleted a lot of unsubstantiated claims about the show and the mod team. There were accusations that I knew to be untrue, such that, you know, the mod team had accepted bribes or, you know, had some sort of financial involvement with the show.
And then some people started to call out the streamers advertising it, accusing them of pushing a scam. And the streamer Extra Emily responded to these claims, saying she was only pushing it because Mythic Talent approached her for it, and because her organization approved it. She didn't think it would hurt to promote it, but found it very weird that the reality TV show would partner with livestream fails of all places, and that Stale himself was promoting it heavily.
Search stuff. I know it's sus. I know it looks sus, okay? Mythic pitched it to me, and I was like, okay, sounds good, but I just don't want LSF to be part of it. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why is there an LSF person? Like they're like using, and then they're saying like, oh, Emily is backing it up, and I'm like, I just posted it because I had to. Like, I had to be like, okay, I need to tell people about it. But then the LSF guy's like, oh yeah, Extra Emily totally like backs it. I'm like, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, okay?
Now, it's unclear if there was a financial incentive by the website or Mythic Talent to get streamers to advertise this, or if Livestream Fails was profiting from their part in it. But a lot of these streamers blindly trusted their talent agency and relied heavily on them doing the due diligence of checking everything, which, to be fair, is one of the functions of a talent agency, and I think someone probably got fired if this was in fact a scam. But people did some more digging and even found that the business address for the competition didn't exactly look like it was organising a $20 million prize competition, and eventually people were adamant this was a scam, and after Moist Critical heard about this and did a video suggesting it didn't entirely look legit, and after he released said video, the website just disappeared, and everything was deleted. But according to Stale himself, there was no evidence it was a scam, and the reason everything was deleted was because the event was cancelled due to most of the streamers pulling out.
There was some bad publicity, everybody called it a scam, and then a bunch of streamers dropped out, and then the event got cancelled and everybody got refunded. None of this is illegal, none of this is proved to be a scam, at least yet. Maybe I'll eat these words.
But even if they did pull out, people and potentially those that contributed money towards it really didn't have anyone to blame except the people that advertised it. Because once again, the website was gone. Everything was completely wiped, leaving the streamers and the mods of Livestream Fails, who were the only ones still present in said aftermath, to deal with the entirety of the public backlash. But this alleged scam did have a silver lining, some good karma if you will, because it led to Stale or Tarrot Card being removed as the head moderator of Livestream Fails by the Reddit team themselves, due to, in his own words, things like him making the post advertising it and deleting the comments of people that were saying it was a scam, because it may have looked like he was covering for said supposed scam.
I got removed directly for the post that I pinned to the top of the subreddit related to the game show or supposed and alleged scam, as well as kind of for deleting comments that were kind of critical of it.
And after having his treasured role of head moderator of Livestream Fails removed, he decided in his infinite wisdom to make this public video I've been showing you to the CEO of Reddit that he also sent to his email, but also uploaded to YouTube because I think he thought it would work in his favour if this blew up. Which, to be fair to him, it did blow up, it just didn't blow up for the reason he intended. So in the video, he starts off by addressing the CEO of Reddit and claiming this is a deadly serious situation.
This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform.
And then he goes on to list his credentials, rank, and multiple tours he's done as a Reddit moderator.
I became a Reddit moderator for one reason, and that is because I think that Reddit communities and correspondingly its moderators have massive power and influence, and for some reason, nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously.
And that he thinks Reddit moderators have a lot of power on the internet and how influential Livestream Fails was.
Let's just talk about LSF. Think of all the streamer careers that have been created because of LSF. Think about the even larger number of streamer careers that have been destroyed because of LSF. I have had major live streamers who are effectively celebrities come to me and beg to kind of remove, negative posts about them.
And some comment later on that Reddit mods should be treated like celebrities.
To summarize, Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers, not because they deserve respect or anything, but because they actually have real power and influence.
He also goes into how he didn't do his own due diligence for this event, relying on Amazon Prime potentially funding it and Mythic Talent being involved.
I heard that, Amazon Prime was allegedly involved. My initial concerns were assuaded. I mean, think about it. Amazon Prime has spent lots of money on tons of shows, and, I didn't necessarily think that the show was worth $20 million, but, that doesn't mean that Amazon Prime wouldn't fund it.
He also criticised Moist Critical's coverage of this event because it was not 100% proven it was a scam, and he claims the people that did donate money to this event have been refunded.
In this video that Moist Critical had that was critical of the event, but beyond that, it doesn't seem like he did much research. I don't think that he reached out to any of the organizers. He certainly didn't reach out to me. And I don't know if he reached out to Mythic Talent or any of the streamers. And then a bunch of streamers dropped out, and then the event got canceled and everybody got refunded.
Now he says there that everyone got refunded, but said people that bought into this and apparently got refunded must either be a very small group of people or they were so embarrassed that they fell for this that they dare admit it, because nobody from what I've seen has come forward either saying they did actually spend money on it or that they received a refund. Which, yes, doesn't prove or does not prove it was a scam, but here he seems very adamant that they got a refund. But on a live stream after this, he says he assumed people were refunded from seeing comments of people talking about it, of which he doesn't know if he saw them or not, or it was just an illusion.
I remember seeing clips of this, or like seeing like a streamer saying that people got refunded or something. I don't have this on my hand, and I'm not gonna be able to find it. Not gonna do this right now is because it'll come out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I imagined it.
And then he says he has proof people were refunded, which was a Discord message, and he reads it on the other monitor, but never actually shows said proof or even a redacted version which would actually support his point that this wasn't a scam because people got refunded.
I do have a message from the organizers saying that they refunded people. That is a log that I have. Show the message. Production, we are in process of filling these requirements. We are beginning to refund everyone involved. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. Thank you for somebody for bringing that.
And finally, in his video, he goes on to complain about how the Reddit team didn't give him a second chance, which after talking to a previous mod is apparently wrong because he was given a lot of chances, and we'll talk about that later.
Because I was not given any second chances. I was not given very much kind of descriptive examples of kind of what I did wrong, or kind of given any ability to kind of defend myself.
And he also talks about how Reddit failed him by not telling him specifically why he was removed, and as I interpret it, he blames Reddit for the situation because they never gave him support over the years. Even though in the video he also says he didn't do his own due diligence and basically relied on other people.
I failed, and it failed because of how mismanaged and how little support Reddit the company gives to moderators. None of this would have happened if I had gotten support from Reddit. Do you think that I want to be the guy like going out, like messaging random people in Discords and LinkedIn's and trying to figure out kind of these partnerships? I don't. This is not my job.
But apart from him complaining about how he lost his power and how Reddit is to blame for all of this, he posted this to the internet and this situation became more widespread and got more attention to it, but mainly not because of anything he said. This video was mainly used as a case study of what supposedly all Reddit moderators are like and became its own meme, but it also came at the cost of giving stale attention as well, which was mainly people making fun of him and prematurely adding him to this year's list of lolcows. And he ended up getting what he wished for when he wanted Reddit mods to be treated like celebrities. Because he got that attention, he got that platform, and he was happy to have it.
So because this is my life, dude. I am terminally online. Trolling, it's not something you do. It is an art, and you gotta take a step back and think about your actions, dude. You gotta be self-aware to do the good trolling. Those are my interests, and I'm the one with the microphone, buddy. This is great, dude. I get it. I understand why people are streamers now.
At this point, he was fully taking advantage of his 15 seconds of fame. He even got the chance to appear on a podcast.
I think that this is the dumbest shit ever. I gotta keep it a buck. I think that this guy is the perfect encapsulation of a Reddit user, and Reddit's filled with retards.
And regarding his self-awareness, he goes back and forth claiming he's trolling, to speaking how he truly feels, to even trolling whilst sprinkling in how he truly feels.
Are you truly, is this just a big troll, or are you coming on to troll our show?
No, so I like to mix truths with jokes. So I like to tell the truth through a joke by being, a little bit over the top, by putting in, ideas that sound outrageous at first, but actually kind of make a little bit of sense.
But it looked like he was loving the attention, even making a list of things he needs to do with this new platform on stream, and he had enough self-awareness to list not to become a lolcow and that it was already too late, but then also adds things like destroying Moist Critical.
That is like I could just destroy Charlie by doing this. Oh shit, like do I do this? So, 2. Destroy Charlie.
And that's where basically the story is to this day. But after my last video on livestream fails, a previous mod would reach out that worked with Stale, who also got on a call with me, put me in contact with other mods, and also gave me access to the old mod livestream fails Discord server. And with all that I saw and was told, I personally believe that Stale is not doing most of this ironically or trolling. Reddit is this guy's life.
And Frank, you are making everybody, including me, very uncomfortable. I'm sorry, but I have to ban you.
Now before I start, the mods that contacted me didn't want their names used or shown, and one was generous enough to jump in a call with me and talk me through things. And I did verify the people that came forward were actually past mods from the logs of the Discord server that was in use for a few years, till Stale decided to use Reddit for mod communication instead of Discord. The mod I got in contact with was an on and off mod for livestream fails since 2020, and he was actually responsible for onboarding Stale when he joined the mod team in 2022. Now probably one of the first things I was told was that Stale really likes Reddit and loved his position as a head moderator, to the extent where he would brag about it and vehemently defend his position as such, even when all the mods tried to dethrone him, which we'll get into later. And he would only really be seen on Reddit or in the streamer Destiny's chat, where you can see him bragging about the specific role he has in said chat and almost being seen in there daily discussing things such as his personal life. And the second thing that was constantly brought up was actually how Stale became head moderator of the subreddit. As said before, he became a part of the mod team in 2022, and in that time he was actually considered a good moderator. He was always active and an essential part of the team. However, in 2024, there was a call for a new head moderator due to a controversy where messages from Hassan Piker privately requesting LSF mods to remove posts about him would be leaked to the streamer Destiny, and those messages came from a private channel where only Hassan and the mods could see it. So either Hassan leaked it himself or one of the mods did, and later on after mods learned how Stale was so active in Destiny's community, they would speculate that the person that leaked these DMs to Destiny was allegedly Stale himself. And funny enough, he did mention in the video when he got his role removed that he got to said position by winning a game of Reddit politics.
I took over one of your largest gaming subreddits on the platform because I won a stupid game of like Reddit mod politics.
But with this controversy occurring, a lot of the existing mods would leave the Reddit page, and the vote for a new head mod would be initiated. And with Stale previously being known to be a good mod, he would end up being the one chosen by the other mods to become the new head moderator, which in hindsight was probably a big mistake. Now with Stale as the head moderator, things started off pretty normal, until they weren't, and I'm now going to quickly list everything they supposedly did as said head moderator. Starting off with what I previously mentioned, he started making changes to the page without telling any other moderator, as usually if the moderators or even the head mod wanted to change anything about the page, they would have to consult all the other mods and they would vote if it was a good idea and if it would be implemented. This was a custom for at least this page for years, but still completely bypassed this process and just did whatever he wanted. It first started with him posting things that went against the rules of the page on his alt account, and then he would approve it on his moderator account and even admitted to doing it to other mods when they called him out, with his excuse being he wanted to change the content posted to the page. He then started to ignore any other votes by moderators for changes to the page, and according to the past mods, started to remove posts he just didn't like or he didn't agree with, according to one mod even allegedly removing some threads regarding Destiny. And conveniently enough, there is a clip where another previous moderator went on a stream and said he did have a bias for Destiny.
So you said it's obvious that he's doing it. Who did you guys bring up? Who do you think he's protecting? I just want to hear it from your lips.
Destiny, of course.
Wait,
Destiny.
that's... Okay, he's protecting Destiny. Wait, not the OTK people? Nothing like that? Because that is what the rest of us were bringing up.
He even encouraged other streamers he liked to start brigading or uploading to the page, which breaks another one of their own rules.
Yeah, so I'm still 2000. I'm a big GGGer. I also run the subreddit livestreamfail. It's a long story. I didn't take over it.
Are you like the head mod of livestream fails, or are you just one of the mods?
Yeah. No, I'm the top mod. Yes, I run the whole thing.
No way. I don't.
You could search it. I'm Tarrot Card. What do you posting one?
Go and make clips. There you go. Okay, there you go.
Post it to livestreamfail. Post it. You have my permission. You are allowed. This is brigading, and it's allowed. It's not against Reddit rules to brigade. Okay, you're allowed to do this. People freak out about calls to actions.
There was even one case where he apparently implemented a Hassan filter, where if he decided there was too many Hassan posts, he would activate it and start filtering them out. Keep in mind, this was the primary page people came to for streamer drama and news, and it held a lot of weight regarding the public narrative in the streamer space. Another thing he also did was he added another moderator to the team without consulting anyone, and he put him as the second highest place on the mod team, supposedly so that if Stale ever lost control of the page, he would still have some involvement. And when a mod called him out for everything he's doing around this time, he just removed them without telling anyone again, using the excuse that the mod that he just added that was inactive supported this decision. But it also appeared that the same person that he added for his own benefit allegedly had a history of doxing, homophobia, transphobia, on top of apparently consuming very weird content to say the least. And when the other moderators discovered this, they wanted him gone, but after all of this being presented to Stale, he did not want to remove him because it would potentially lead to the page being shut down for removing too many people or lead to him losing his mod privilege. This actually only got resolved after the guy stepped down on his own volition. And after this, Stale switched all the moderators around, once again for the 5th time without telling anyone, making it so a lot of his alt accounts were at the top, meaning nobody could kick him from being head mod. He also admitted to meeting up with streamers and promising them things, with a key example being the streamer CaseyTron. You know, the streamer that recently lost a court case with Ethan Klein and is like a feminist or something, but he apparently gave CaseyTron his word without telling anyone that if she wanted, her content would no longer be uploaded to the subreddit, which was a decision other streamers at the time didn't get and had to deal with the criticism from this page. But the only reason he may have given this offer to CaseyTron was regarding the mirror bot on the Reddit page, which basically saves all the clips uploaded to the page onto their own website, of which even the creator and Stale said wasn't very legal. I assume because of copyright infringement, or if someone uploaded something terrible to the page, it would be backed up to the website automatically. And the person that made the bot was apparently making a profit from it with ads being played on the website, which the other mods didn't know about or didn't have a problem with, and he wasn't fully on the mod team, so it wouldn't have been against Reddit TOS, where a mod is making profit from a page. But for some reason, Stale in his infinite wisdom decided to actually make him a mod, which then made it a problem because because now it went against Reddit TOS. But back to Caseytron, she previously considered DMCAing the page, referring to copyright infringement, and still apparently knew she would 100% win, so either down to that or some unknown bias or some unknown reason, he decided to get in contact with her and promise her things. Now with all of this said, Stale had at least violated Rule 2 and 5 of Reddit Moderation Code of Conduct, and plenty of livestreamfail's own rules, so when he says he didn't get multiple chances, that was seemingly incorrect. But after all of this, the mod team wanted nothing to do with him and began the process of removing him by doing what they usually do, which is starting a vote, and they did all vote to remove him, but Stale just responded by, as I said before, eventually removing all of the other mods and replacing them with people that agreed with him. So to summarize everything, he basically Trojan horsed the Reddit page by taking advantage of an apparent leak to become head mod, then almost immediately started making a dictatorship, making changes he wanted and suggesting content he liked, without telling mods despite how things had historically ran on the moderation side of the page. He ensured he couldn't be removed by adding mods and promoting his alts, broke the Reddit TOS, and then when he eventually did get removed, not because of anything I described, but of all things because he deleted messages under a post some thought was a scam, he then made a video saying there is a problem with Reddit because he didn't get enough support, but in fact with everything I saw, he proved yes, there is a problem with Reddit, and it's the fact he was a Reddit mod for so long. In my opinion, this guy should have not been in charge of a Reddit page that held so much influence, but according to the person I spoke to, he's soon going to be a mod for another page with a similar size. So history may repeat itself.
Wow, you're a Reddit mod? And a Discord admin?
In conclusion, this is the most stereotypical Reddit story I have ever had. You basically, in my opinion, had a Reddit mod that spent a lot of time on this website, put a lot of effort into becoming a head mod for what I could only assume was the objective of having some type of power, and then with said power proceeded to go mad with it whilst inflating his own ego, doing whatever he could to apparently maintain his stranglehold on the page, and when he did eventually get removed, rendering said hours and effort moot, he decided to basically blame it all on Reddit and label the one action that got him removed as an innocent mistake, and then proceeds to make himself the centre of attention regarding the situation, and I believe now he's trying to milk all he can out of the spotlight that's on him because he has basically lost all of his power at this point. And after speaking to the mods that moderated with him, apparently he is completely being serious with how he behaves, no matter how many times he labels it as irony or says he's trolling. And I'm sorry to say, but yes, the reputation of Reddit mods is not going to be able to recover for generations. But thank you to the mods that did reach out to me. But yeah, this was some House of Cards-like story. Please, for the love of God, I hope this has encouraged you to step away from the computer and reevaluate your life. But yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.